Hello to everyone. Have you ever felt like you were being treated unfairly at your workplace? That you were working hard, you were giving your best, you thought like, I'm doing everything right. But even though the outcome was not really what you expected, it happened with me. I got fired from my first job. Was it fair or none? We are going to be talking about this, taking the opportunity of the subject of the month, and I will share with you this personal experience that I had. Let me explain to you how it started. I was studying to become a primary school teacher, and while I was studying, I was looking for a job. And I got one in a very good school after 1 year in the waiting list. I was called to work as an assistant, not as a teacher. And I was very excited, very happy. I was starting coming to the church and I could see God was blessing me. And I was giving my best. But one thing I saw in that school, in that specific class that I was working there, the teacher, and there was another lady as well, just assisting, they were not really working. Most of the time they used just to sit down and talk and doing nothing. But when the principal would come, then they would jump, run, and start doing something, pretending that they were busy. One would take the broom, the other one interacting with the kids. So they would pretend. So when the principal was there, they were really like working. And then I saw, this is not right. I was already coming to the church. I knew what was right or wrong. God's value said, no, it's not right. I didn't like that. I didn't agree. But after some time, I had some responsibilities and I was there working, giving my best. But there was a time that when I would finish with everything, the kids were quiet. Then I used to join them to sit down, maybe for 5-10 minutes, just to sit down. Everything was done. But one thing I didn't do like then, I was not pretending. So when the principal would come, then again, they would jump and do something. But I thought, no, I'm not going to deceive. I'm not going to pretend I'm not doing anything wrong. I did my work. I did my job. My responsibilities are done. So why am I going to deceive, to pretend? So I was just to continue sitting down. It was just for a few minutes. I was not like the others that they would sit down almost the whole time there. But then time passed by. It happened once, twice, and sometimes. And then I was called to the principal's office. I went there and, cutting short, she was saying that I was lazy. She said that I didn't have future as a teacher. I didn't know how to work with kids because to be a teacher, you need to speed up. And she said that every time that when she used to pass by, I was sitting down. It was really like this. Every time she was only passing by when I was sitting down. And then she even made a joke, said, maybe you need to recharge your battery, you need to change, but you cannot continue with us. And like this, I was fired. She didn't even allow me to continue until the end of the class. She just said, take your bag and you can go home because you are fired. You don't know how to work with kids. I was so angry and I was shocked because I thought, this is not fair. I was not lying. I was not pretending. I was doing my work. I was working hard. I was giving my best. And now those who are pretending, they will continue working here. And then I just got fired. And I didn't even have time or words to explain myself. Just said, pack your bag and go home. I was really like angry and thinking like, this is not fair. She's not being fair with me. But then after some days, God spoke to me something that I didn't think about. And this is what I want to share with you. Because, okay, I was not deceiving, I was not pretending, but I was paid to work full time. Even though it was 5, 10 minutes that I was sitting down, I was not supposed to. She was right. Despite what the others were doing or not, I, especially myself, because they knew that I was coming to the church. Look to the example I gave. Look to the testimony that I gave. Even though, okay, my job is done, my responsibilities, especially those of you who maybe work with kids or even in the Sunday school, you know that really you don't have time to stop. Because I could have gone extra mile. Let me see these few minutes I'm going to interact with the kids. Let me do something else. Let me see how I can help here. But no, I just got comfortable, relaxed, let me sit down. I was not fair. I was unfair towards the principal, towards the owner of the school, and even with God. And sometimes we do like this. We are here, especially this month, we are fighting for God's justice. I want justice in my life. Look, my God, my life doesn't change. In my workplace, I'm working so hard, but I don't receive promotions. So I'm always stuck here in the same situation. But okay, let us tick the box as I did. Okay, I'm doing 1, 2, and 3 right. But what time do you arrive at work? Maybe you always give excuses. You arrive late and you say, it's a transportation or something happened. Or maybe it's not like you arrive late, but you are always arriving time. If you need to be there at 10 o'clock at work, you are going to be there 10 o'clock. You don't even arrive 5 minutes early. You are the first one to leave. So when you see that the time, I'm going to knock off 3 o'clock, you already see, 5 to 2, it's coming, 3 o'clock, you already taking your bag and you leave. While you were supposed to be there working, you are there scrolling. Nowadays, we have a lot we see, especially when you go to shops, you see people there. This week, they saw even a security. So they were supposed to see, let me see something. No, the security was there at the door of the shop, scrolling there on the phone. Instead for you to be working, you are there gossip, you are talking bad about your boss, you are complaining, and then we are there. No, I live in righteousness. I'm not doing anything wrong. I work hard. Can you see 1, 2, and 3? Is it true? We need to analyze ourselves. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm talking about something that happened with me, and after, when God really showed to me, I said, okay, it is right. I am the one who is wrong here. The principal was completely right. What she did, she's correct. Doesn't matter if the others were deceived, they were working more or less. Myself, I need to look to myself. I was not living righteousness. I was not being just towards the school, the responsibility that was given to me. And we need to see, because before we ask God something, God is asking us. You say, God is not fair, but God is asking us, okay, but what you are doing, is it fair or none? We need to see. So the good thing is, God is giving to us the opportunity to analyze ourselves and to change. Maybe you were there struggling, you were asking God to make justice toward your life, blah, blah, but you don't see the results. Check yourself. Because before, we need to be practicing justice. We need to be living righteousness. God says something to us in the book of Micah, chapter, let me read it here quickly for you. It's a very short verse, but God speaks very strong to us. It's in the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8, that says like this: what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Are we acting justly? We need to see, we need to check ourselves. So if you are not, We have time. Let us ask Him for forgiveness and let us change. Let us see what I'm not doing or what I'm doing that I was not supposed to do, and change. We need to live by God's value, not by our emotions. So I hope that the Holy Spirit is speaking to you, maybe if this is your case, as He spoke to me. Because especially in our workplace, we have a lot of requests. We ask God to bless us, but okay, first of all, it needs to start. It needs to start with us. Okay, so may God bless all of you. I hope that all of you may choose to live in righteousness and to walk in justice. And fair or none, it starts first with us. See you next time. May God bless you. Bye bye.